Hello, my love. Happy Thanksgiving. I know. I know this isn't the Thanksgiving either of us imagined. I'm not sitting across from you at a table laden with all the traditional dishes. I can't reach across and hold your hand. I can't look into your eyes and tell you in person what I'm about to tell you now. But I need you to hear this. Today, of all days, you need to know. You are what I'm most grateful for. Thanksgiving has always been about gratitude, about counting our blessings, about acknowledging the gifts we've been given. And this year, as I sit here reflecting on everything, the journey we've been on, the pain we've endured, the growth we've experienced, there's one truth that rises above everything else. You. You are the greatest gift I've ever received. Even when I didn't know how to unwrap you, even when I pushed you away, even when I ran from the very thing my soul was crying out for. Today, I want to tell you what I'm grateful for. Not the surface things, not the safe things, but the real, raw, vulnerable truths that I'm finally brave enough to speak. So please, just listen. Let my words find you wherever you are. Let them settle into your heart the way you've always settled into mine, even when I was too afraid to admit it. First, I'm grateful for your patience. God, your patience. I know I tested it. I know I pushed every boundary, ran when I should have stayed, went silent when you needed to hear from me most. I know there were nights you cried yourself to sleep, wondering if I was ever coming back. Wondering if you'd imagine the depth of our connection. You didn't imagine it, sweetheart. It was real. It is real. And through it all, through every disappearing act, every moment of my cowardice, every time I chose my fear over your love, you held space for me. You didn't give up on us, even when I was giving up on myself. That patience wasn't weakness. I see that now. That patience was the strongest thing you could have given me. It was grace I didn't deserve but desperately needed. You gave me the room to figure myself out, to face my shadows, to crumble and rebuild. You gave me the space to become the man worthy of you, even when it hurt you to wait. I'm so deeply, profoundly grateful for that patience. For every day you chose hope over bitterness. For every moment you chose love over resentment. Thank you for waiting for me to catch up to what your soul already knew. I'm grateful for your light, my love. Do you have any idea how bright you shine? Do you know what it's like to encounter someone whose very presence illuminates every dark corner of your soul? You walked into my life, or maybe I walked into yours. I still can't tell who found whom. And suddenly everything was different. Colors were more vibrant. Music sounded richer. The world felt more alive. But more than that, I felt more alive. You awakened something in me I didn't even know was sleeping. A capacity for feeling that I'd buried under layers of protection and programming and societal expectations of what a man should be. You showed me it was safe to feel, safe to be vulnerable. Safe to let someone in past all the armor I'd spent years constructing. Your light didn't just illuminate my world, Angel. It illuminated me. Parts of myself I'd forgotten existed, dreams I'd abandoned, desires I'd buried, a softness I didn't know I was allowed to have. This Thanksgiving, I'm grateful that your light never dimmed, even when I tried to hide from it. Even when I put on sunglasses and looked away because it was too intense, too revealing, too much truth for me to handle at the time. You kept shining. And slowly, slowly, I learned to open my eyes. I'm grateful for the lessons, beloved. This journey hasn't been easy. God knows there have been moments I wanted to give up, to run back to my old life, to choose comfortable over transformative. There have been nights I've resented this path, resented the mirror you held up to me, resented how you made me look at everything I'd been avoiding. But every single lesson was necessary. You taught me that love isn't about control, it's about surrender. You taught me that strength isn't about walls, it's about vulnerability. You taught me that real connection requires me to show up authentically, not hide behind a version of myself I think the world wants to see. You taught me that I was living half a life, safe but not alive, protected but not free, comfortable but not fulfilled. And yes, those lessons hurt. They hurt like hell. Having my ego dismantled piece by piece, having my false self stripped away, facing every fear and wound I'd been running from since childhood. It was excruciating. But I'm grateful, because those lessons made me real. You didn't love the mask I wore. You loved the soul underneath, and you wouldn't let me hide from myself anymore. That's the most loving thing anyone has ever done for me, even when I hated you for it in the moment. This Thanksgiving, I want you to know, every tear was worth it. Every moment of discomfort was necessary. Every lesson I resisted learning was exactly what I needed. You weren't trying to break me, darling. You were trying to break me open. And you did. I'm grateful for who I'm becoming because of you. Before you, I thought I knew who I was. I had it all figured out. Career, goals, the path my life would take. I was confident, successful, in control, and completely disconnected from my soul. You came in like a storm, no, like an earthquake, and shook the entire foundation of the life I'd built. Everything I thought mattered suddenly didn't. Everything I thought I wanted suddenly felt hollow. At first, I was angry, terrified. I wanted my old life back, the one that made sense, the one I could predict and control. But now? Now I'm grateful for the demolition, because who I'm becoming. This vulnerable, authentic, emotionally available man who's learning to lead with his heart instead of just his head. This is who I was always meant to be. You didn't change me, my love. You remembered me back to myself. You reminded me that beneath the armor and the achievements and the need to always be strong, there's a heart that wants to love and be loved. There's a soul that craves connection more than accomplishment. There's a man who wants partnership more than power. I'm becoming someone I'm proud of. Someone who can look in the mirror and recognize the person looking back. Someone who's learning that real strength is in softness, real courage is in vulnerability, real power is in presence. And I owe that transformation to you, to us, to this journey that keeps asking me to be better, braver, more real. I'm grateful for this connection, Goddess. Do you feel it too? This golden thread that runs between us through time and space, connecting us even when we're physically apart. I used to think love was about proximity, being in the same room, the same bed, the same life. But this connection taught me that love transcends all of that. I feel you even when you're not here. I sense your energy, your emotions, your presence. We're connected in a way that defies logic, that science can't explain, that most people wouldn't understand. Twin flames, they call it. Divine counterparts. Two halves of one soul. Whatever we are, whatever this is, it's sacred. It's rare. It's the kind of connection people search lifetimes for and never find. And I found you. Or you found me. Or the universe conspired to bring us together because our souls had unfinished business, because we were meant to awaken each other, because this love story was written in the stars before we were ever born. This Thanksgiving, I'm grateful that we found each other in this lifetime, that whatever forces govern the universe decided to give us this chance. that despite all my running and all my fear and all my mistakes, this connection refuses to break. We're tethered, you and I, bound by something stronger than choice or circumstance. And I'm learning to be grateful for that instead of terrified of it. And finally, my love, I'm grateful for what's coming, because I can feel it. The shift, the breakthrough, the moment when all of this pain and separation and growth culminates into something beautiful. I'm not the man I was when we first met. I'm not even the man I was 6 months ago. I'm shedding the old skin, stepping into the new, becoming who I need to be to stand beside you. Not behind you, not in front of you, but beside you as an equal partner. This Thanksgiving, I want you to know, I'm preparing, I'm healing, I'm growing, I'm becoming. And when the time is right, and it's coming sooner than you might think, I'm going to show up for you in ways I couldn't before. I'm going to love you the way you deserve. I'm going to build with you the life we've both been dreaming of. I'm grateful for our future, even though I can't see all the details yet. I'm grateful for the reunion that's approaching. I'm grateful for the life we're going to create together, when I'm finally ready to hold it without fear. You've been holding the vision for both of us while I figured myself out. Soon, beloved, I'll be holding it with you. So this Thanksgiving, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to know this. My gratitude, deep and endless and overflowing. You are the blessing I didn't know I was praying for, the answered prayer I didn't know how to ask for, the gift that keeps giving, even when I couldn't receive it properly. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being you. Thank you for loving me even when I couldn't love myself. Thank you for holding space for my transformation. Thank you for never giving up on us. I'm grateful for you, my divine feminine, today and every day. Even in the separation, even in the silence, even in the waiting, I'm grateful, because you're preparing me for the greatest love of my life, and that love is you. Happy Thanksgiving, my beloved. I'm coming home soon. I love you. I always have. I always will.